And they're racing. And near the inside here, the call began okay. Miss Rock and Roll began brilliantly. Clem Daniel, the centre, began fast. And on the outside is the Plainsman. And in a great charge into that first turn. Here the call was hunting through, but Miss Rock and Roll with blinding speed will cross them. And Miss Rock and Roll went clear by 2. Second is here the call. Clem Daniel third. They were followed next on the inside by Most Admired, who went through now to be third. And then the Plainsman, followed well back by Welcome to Vegas, Fujikawa. Drifting back in the field now is Early Exit with Thought I Heard You Laughing, and settling at the tail of the field is Carla's Lucky Sun. 7.3 was the lead time, and as they reached the 1200 metres, first quarter was 30.1. And the leader is Miss Rock and Roll, who's led from the outset, shows the way by 1 on here. The call, Clem Daniel cuts the breeze around the outside. The Plainsman 1-1, and then came Most Admired, who's back along the inside, 3 markers 5th. Fujikawa's racing on the inside of Welcome to Vegas, then Early Exit, Thought I Heard You Laughing, and Carla's Lucky Sun was last of all. That's the pattern as they swing into the straight. Come down to get the bell. 30.1 was the first quarter, and the leader is Miss Rock and Roll by about a neck. Getting closer is Clem Daniel, and they go stride for stride, leaving the straight. 31.6 second quarter, 61.7 the half. They were followed by Hear the Call, who's back on the inside of the Plainsman, and then came Most Admired. Further back in the field then is Welcome to Vegas, Fujikawa, Early Exit, Thought I Heard You Laughing, and last of all is Carla's Lucky Sun as they work into the back straight the final time, where the leader still is Miss Rock and Roll. It's about a neck in front. In second spot, trying to cut it back on the outside is Clem Daniel, and then the favourite Hear the Call, all dressed up but with nowhere to party at the moment, and then the Plainsman under pressure. Most Admired was back on the inside, and Fujikawa and Welcome to Vegas had the remainder. He's holding back on Miss Rock and Roll, hasn't let it go yet. Hear the Call's desperate for an out. On the outside, Clem Daniel keeps it in a pocket. The Plainsman came up 3 deep, and Most Admired got away from the inside. Miss Rock and Roll, the leader. Hear the Call's trying to get into the clear. It's angling out now. The leader is Miss Rock and Roll. Has the bird flown? Hear the Call is winding up, but Miss Rock and Roll, too big a break, and Miss Rock and Roll has gone home to beat Hear the Call. Third home was Most Admired. Fourth's a photo between the Plainsman, Fujikawa, and Carla's Lucky Sun, who got home late. And then came Clem Daniel, Welcome to Vegas, Thought I Heard You Laughing, an Early Exit at the rear.